Hello and welcome to H&L Classics. Today we're going to take you through 60 things that we have done to restore this R129 over the past 10 years. This R129 has gone through a 10-year rolling restoration. So what is a rolling restoration? Basically, this car has been used as a daily driver and all the work was done over a period of time, with the car remaining in service for most of the time. This restoration is by no means exhaustive, as there is still more work to be done. Apparently, there is a superstitious belief that you should always leave at least one thing broken in your car that you can live with, as striving to achieve that final step towards perfection would inadvertently set you back a few steps as other things decide to break for whatever reason. Having said that, it would give you a pretty good idea of what you might be getting yourself into when starting your R129 restoration project. We'll start with the exterior from the front to the back, then to the interior, then on to the mechanicals, and lastly the convertible soft top. So brace yourselves as we're going to go through this fairly quickly, otherwise this video could easily be nearly an hour long. So let's dive straight into it. The headlamps have been replaced as the chrome trim on the inside has turned brown. The headlamp wipers have also been replaced as they were worn with missing trims. The front indicators had to be replaced because the clips broke and they literally fell out on the highway. Fog lamps were replaced due to road rash. The 8-hole Alamac alloy rims have been powder coated. They've been fitted with 95mm lug bolts to sit flush with the rims. The windshield lower covers, they were cracked and brittle and had to be replaced. The body had to be repainted in the same two-tone finish from the factory in pearl blue metallic. The fender vents have been replaced, they were brittle and broken. The side indicators, they were also replaced to match the new front indicators. The jackpot covers were replaced as some were missing and cracked. The side mirror glass were also replaced with new units as there were watermarks all over. The third brake light assembly had to be replaced as it collapsed and the lens was faded. The rear lights were also replaced, micro cracks were starting to form and there was slight mold within the lens itself. The trunk lock rubber trim had to be replaced as well, they were cracked and brittle. The trunk struts were weak and had to be replaced, as well as the trim surrounds, they had to be refurbished as they were cracked. The wind deflector, we got that as an upgrade, and to accompany the upgrade we got a wind deflector trunk cover as well as the fasteners for storage. Moving on to the interior of the car, we got the scuff plate refurbished as they were cracked in places. The electric seat adjustment switches had to be replaced as they were malfunctioning due to dried out solder points. The leather on the seats and the door cards were all replaced with Napa leather. The seat belt mechanism had also to be replaced as they were jammed. The seat belt trim covers, known to be cracked and separating from the seat frame, had to be replaced as well. We had remanufactured headrest gears installed. We also got the front lower seat cover trims replaced as they were cracked. Center console compartment was changed with a refurbished part. The adjustment lever as well as the struts were replaced with new parts. The center console louvre was broken and had to be replaced. We installed a period correct Becker radio, and this is the Becker BE1480. We also replaced the climate control unit as some of the dials were cracked and broken. The wood trims were sent to an automotive woodworking specialist to be re-veneered and re-lacquered. The cargo net, it was a practical upgrade that we installed. The air vents were all replaced as the adjusters were stuck or broken. The notoriously brittle dome light cover, light lenses and switches were also replaced. The Sunvisor mirror cover and trims, we also got that replaced. The A-pillar trims as well as the side mirror trims, the clips are known to break and we also got that refurbished as well as replaced. The internal contacts of the headlamp switch started wearing out with age and we got that replaced. The parking brake handle, it just snapped on us one day, so congratulations Mercedes-Benz, obviously your plastics department didn't get the memo on the best or nothing. The instrument cluster and housing, the clock wasn't working and the housing looked worn, so we got that sorted and replaced. The multifunction stalk had faded graphics, as well as the internal contacts have started to wear out, so we got that replaced. The steering wheel leather has been rewrapped with new leather. Steering wheel airbag cover, we nicked it from a late model W202 just for the chrome logo as a cosmetic upgrade. The car mats, we sourced new ones from an OEM manufacturer in Germany in the classic rib style. Now moving on to the engine and mechanicals, we got the bonnet insulation replaced as a rat decided that it was a tasty snack. The engine cooling system had to undergo a complete rebuild, with the fan clutch, radiator, thermostat, water pump, so on and so forth needing to be replaced. The top of the engine had to undergo a complete rebuild as well due to a worn head gasket and to fully sort out all the engine overheating issues that we had. The engine suppressor cover, we replaced that, the logo was missing. We got a new alternator, a new bonnet latch trim. The front and rear suspension had new springs, absorbers and mountings installed. The undercarriage covers and splash guard, they were either broken or missing, and we got that installed in as well. We've got new brake pads and rotors. We completely rebuilt the transmission as well. We have also done the dreaded evaporator coil replacement, which involved a complete removal of the dashboard as the evaporator coil was leaking. We also changed the air conditioning compressor. Moving on to the convertible top, we replaced the canvas as well as the rear plastic windows which were worn out. At the same time, we got the rear dampener installed. All the hydraulic cylinders, all 12 of them, have been refurbished and replaced, as well as the distributor located in the center dome light. Additionally, we got a dedicated stand and cover for the hardtop for safe and secure storage. Lastly, we ordered a brand new key fob all the way from Germany, as this car did not have a spare key. So that concludes our list of 60 things that we've done to this R129 over the past 10 years of restoring this amazing car. Hope that was useful for you. You may feel free to use this as a roadmap in your own R129 restoration. As we mentioned at the start of the video, there are still certain things left to be done to this car. The restoration is by no means complete. This car still occasionally idles roughly at start, and we suspect that it's due to worn out fuel injectors, so we'll get that replaced next. The paint, as you can see, while it's in the correct shade, it's in the wrong finish. The lower cladding should be in a satin finish as opposed to the high gloss here, so we want to get that sorted out. And lastly, there are still some niggling issues to address on this 722.5 transmission, as the fifth gear is not engaging as it should. So if you'd like to know more about what it takes to restore an R129, please post your questions in the comments below. We'll try to get back to you as soon as we can. If you want to know more about why we replaced certain parts and how we went about it, again, please feel free to leave your questions in the comments below, and we'll be happy to address it as well. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.